Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shakira. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So in this video, I thought I would do a quick little mom update. I thought I would share with you guys how motherhood has been going for me so far. I almost have a 2-year-old. My daughter is going to be 2 in like less than 6 months, and it's crazy that 2 years actually flew by already. I'm going to be sharing with you guys just a few things that I have either learned or I've noticed. I'm a first-time mom, so everything that I experienced was brand spanking new, and I know that sometimes it could be a little bit crazy and maybe a little bit overwhelming when it comes to being a first-time mother. So I wanted to make sure I incorporated videos like this in my YouTube channel this year in hopes it would help anyone else. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Alright, so I'm going to quickly share with you guys how motherhood has been going for me so far. So I'm not even going to lie, motherhood being really new, never experienced it before, and it's totally different when you have like cousins and like you're like an aunt or something like that. Motherhood and pregnancy are like two complete different things. So becoming a mother was a whirlwind. The first year was like a whirlwind. You're experiencing literally all these new things that you've never experienced before, and it's almost like you don't even know how to handle it. You don't even know what to do with it. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's just that's one of the things that I wanted to share, that like it's all true. Basically, when you hear other people talk about becoming a mother and the 4th trimester and how time flies and all the things that you hear people say, whether they're good, bad, negative, all that stuff, it's all true. It's all true in the sense that everyone will experience something like it. For example, time flies. Like when she was really small, I would always hear people say that time flies, and now that I'm like thinking back and I'm looking at it, I'm like, time really does fly, because I can't believe she's almost 2. You don't always have to listen to what everybody says, but it is definitely all true, and it's up to you to take that information and do whatever it is you want to do with it. Motherhood is basically instinctual, you know, there's an instinct that you kind of develop, you know, being around your child all the time. You learn their little mannerisms, you learn their cries, you learn when they look a certain way, and that motherly instinct just kind of happens, it just kind of develops, and it might develop right away or it might develop a little bit later on once they start getting older, crawling around and all of that stuff. My motherly instincts, I'm very lucky, kicked in right away. I do have a nurturing personality. I don't know if you can tell, but I am a nurturing person. You just kind of have to take it day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, second by second, and you'll find a way to get through it, basically. Another interesting thing that I have found is that as your child starts to get older, as my daughter started to get older, I started to observe just how much she is growing. Like, it's such an amazing thing when you can literally watch someone grow and develop from like where they started to where they're at. I know she's almost 2 years old and she hasn't even lived half a life yet, but just looking back when I watch old videos of her and old photos of her, in my head I'm like, wow, you literally have learned so much already. You learn to crawl, you learn to walk, you're learning to talk, you learn your ABCs, you're dancing around, you're kicking, you're doing all this stuff, and it's a very amazing thing to watch and to just observe. Sometimes I just sit and I look at my daughter as she's like doing something, and I just watch her, because it's so amazing the things that she absorbs in her head and she knows, and a little bit scary too, actually. But another thing that I've learned about motherhood so far is that there is constant change. Oh my gosh, there's so much change that happens when it comes to becoming a parent, not just becoming a mother, but just becoming a parent overall. Like, the constant change that you have to go through, switching things out, changing the time frame, just your whole being just kind of changes a little bit, not only with your child but also with you. You know, you have to learn to develop basically a new set of rules, a new schedule for yourself and for your family and, you know, for your baby. And honestly, me being the type of person that I am, type A perfectionist type of person, it was a little bit hard for me to adjust my schedule because I like things done a certain way at a certain time. So, you know, bringing in my daughter and having to change things around, I had a very hard time adjusting to change. But what I've learned is that there's always something to change. I had to learn that early on in motherhood, that like I have to learn how to adapt to this. I have to learn how to change this. I have to learn how to do my makeup faster. I have to learn a different morning routine for myself to accommodate my child. As she's getting older, there's going to be even more changes because now I'm thinking about potty training. Now it's like making sure I'm incorporating brushing her teeth because she has teeth now. Like, you know, like it's just so, it's a lot of changes that happen within 5 years with yourself and with your child and with your family. I feel like I'm kind of getting, you know, the handle of it. I was a little bit overwhelmed before, but now I'm finally getting the handle of the change, basically. All right, and another thing about motherhood is it's repetitive. Motherhood is very, very, very repetitive. You find yourself doing the exact same thing every day. You know, even if you're not doing it in the same order, but you do it every single day. Find yourself picking up the same socks or shoes or, you know, food off the floor every single day. You're always cooking something, you're always cleaning something, you're always putting something away. It's constant over and over again, and it's helpful in terms of, you know, keeping the chaos at bay. I'm all for consistency, but motherhood is a consistent uphill battle where you do the same thing every single day, and if you aren't careful, you can kind of get into this state of absentness or something like that, where you're doing the same thing over and over again, that there's no thought to it, there's no process to it, there's no like emotion to it. And, you know, wake up, bottle, clean the diaper, clean the high chair, change the diaper, take out the trash. You know, I found myself doing that, just feeling like I'm going through the motions of the things I have to do, you know. And the reason why that's not, or I would say that that's not healthy, is because you're not taking the time to think about what it is that you're doing, or take the time to slow down at what you were doing, or what I was doing, I should say. All right, and the last thing that I want to mention about motherhood so far is that, honestly, let's be real, motherhood is kind of lonely. Just because as mothers, there's almost this pressure we put on ourselves to be, quote unquote, a good mom, or the perfect mom, as, you know, I would like to put in my head. I feel like every mother's fear is that they don't raise a horrible human being. You know, let's be real. And it's like that constant battle of allowing your child to grow up and discover herself, and also you teaching them that, and you allowing them to almost have that freedom. It's like that battle. I feel like mothers don't get enough love and appreciation for all that they do on a daily basis to take care of their child and all that stuff. And it doesn't take away from fathers. Like, none of this stuff takes away from fathers and what fathers do. I'm just specifically talking about mothers. All right, you guys, so that is everything that I want to share in this video. I just wanted to quickly share with you guys just a few motherhood update things that I've learned so far, or been learning. And, you know, just honestly, if you are a first-time mom, keep your head up. You know, I'm not gonna say it gets better, but it does get easier, and you do get used to it. And honestly, it's just making you a stronger person in terms of like building up yourself. And yeah, just keep pushing through. I'm here for moral and emotional support, and I will be sharing more of these things, like more motherhood topics. So if you guys want any, like, maybe tips on how I do certain things or any of that, then subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you do like, and I will see you guys next week on my next upload. Bye.